Welcome back to the channel. Today we're delving into one of the most chilling and disturbing cases in modern history, the Nth Room case from South Korea. This case exposed the dark underbelly of the internet where thousands of victims, many of the minors, were manipulated, exploited, and violated in the most horrific ways. Let's explore the full story, how it began, the key players involved, and the aftermath that continues to resonate today.
The Nth Room case is one of South Korea's most disturbing criminal cases. It began in 2018 and involved the exploitation of many victims, mostly young women and minors. The perpetrators used chat rooms on the messaging app Telegram. These rooms were called Nth Rooms because they were numbered. The leader of the group, Cho Joo-bin, was a 24-year-old college student. He used the alias Baksa, which means doctor in Korean. Cho and his accomplices lured victims into these rooms with promises of jobs or modeling opportunities. Once they had the victims' information, the real horror began. The Nth Room case shocked the nation. It revealed the dark side of digital anonymity and the internet. As details emerged, the public learned about the extent of the abuse. The case was not just about one room or one victim. It was a web of exploitation, involving many people and affecting many lives. The methods used by Cho and his group were cruel and calculated. They started by gaining the victim's trust. They would then ask for personal information or suggest that the victim send explicit photos. This was just the beginning. Once the perpetrators had compromising material, they used it for blackmail. They threatened to release the photos or videos unless the victims complied with their demands. The demands were often for more explicit content or participation in degrading acts. The victims felt trapped, with no way out. The perpetrators also used a ranking system in their chat rooms. Higher-ranked members paid more money and had access to more explicit content. This created a market for abuse, with victims being treated as commodities. The victims were often forced to take part in live-streamed events, furthering their humiliation. These methods were systematic and designed to break the will of the victims. The perpetrators showed no mercy. Driven by greed and a twisted sense of power, the victims were left with scars, both physical and emotional. Technology played a significant role in the Nth Room case. The use of Telegram provided the perpetrators with a sense of anonymity. Telegram is known for its strong encryption and privacy features. This made it difficult for authorities to track the activities of the perpetrators. The anonymity provided by the internet also emboldened the criminals. They felt untouchable, hiding behind screen names and encrypted messages. This made it easier for them to carry out their crimes without fear of getting caught. The digital world became a playground for their dark activities. The technology also facilitated the spread of the abusive content. With just a few clicks, explicit photos and videos could be shared with hundreds of people. This made the abuse feel more pervasive and inescapable for the victims. The internet, in this case, became a tool of oppression. The role of technology in the Nth Room case raises important questions. How can we balance privacy and security? How do we prevent the misuse of technology for criminal activities? These are questions that society continues to grapple with. The investigation into the Nth Room case began in 2019. It started when a few victims came forward to the police. They were brave enough to share their stories despite the fear of retaliation. Their courage set the wheels of justice in motion. The police launched a detailed investigation. They used digital forensics to track down the perpetrators. This included analyzing chat logs, tracing IP addresses, and identifying payment methods. The investigation was complex, requiring coordination between different agencies. As the investigation progressed, more details emerged. The police uncovered a network of accomplices who helped Cho in his crimes. These individuals played various roles, from recruiting new victims to managing the chat rooms. The scale of the operation was staggering, involving dozens of people. The investigation culminated in the arrest of Cho Joo-bin in March 2020. His arrest was a significant milestone, but it was just the beginning. The authorities continued to work on dismantling the network and bringing all the perpetrators to justice. The investigation was a testament to the resilience of the victims and the dedication of law enforcement. Section 5. Public outrage. The Nth Room case sparked widespread public outrage in South Korea. As the details of the abuse came to light, people were horrified. The brutality of the crimes and the number of victims shocked the nation. The case became a topic of discussion in homes, schools, and workplaces. The public demanded justice for the victims. There were calls for stricter laws and harsher punishments for the perpetrators. People wanted to see those responsible held accountable for their actions. The case also highlighted the need for better protections for vulnerable individuals. Social media played a crucial role in amplifying the public's voice. Hashtags like #NthRoomCase and #PunishNthRoom perpetrators trended on platforms like Twitter and Facebook. Online petitions gathered hundreds of thousands of signatures. The public's outrage was loud and clear. The government and law enforcement responded to the public's demands. They promised thorough investigations and pledged to support the victims. The case led to a national conversation about digital safety and the need for systemic changes. The public's outrage was a driving force for change. Section 6. The impact on the victims. The impact of the Nth Room case on the victims was devastating. Many victims suffered from severe psychological trauma. They experienced depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. The abuse left deep emotional scars. The victims also faced social stigma. Some were afraid to return to their daily lives, fearing judgment and discrimination. The fear of their identities being exposed added to their distress. Many victims struggled with feelings of shame and guilt, despite being the ones wronged. Support systems for the victims were crucial. Mental health professionals, counselors, and support groups played a significant role in their recovery. Legal support was also essential, helping victims navigate the justice system. The community rallied around the victims, offering support and solidarity. The stories of the victims highlighted the human cost of the Nth Room case. Behind the headlines and statistics were real people whose lives were shattered. Their resilience in seeking justice and rebuilding their lives is a testament to their strength. The impact on the victims is a stark reminder of the need for compassion and support in such cases. Section 7. After effects of the case. The after effects of the Nth Room case extended beyond the immediate victims. It had a ripple effect on society as a whole. The case prompted a reevaluation of digital safety and privacy. It also led to changes in how online platforms are monitored and regulated. Legislative changes were one of the significant after effects. Lawmakers introduced new laws aimed at preventing similar crimes. These laws included stricter penalties for digital sex crimes and better protections for victims. The legal landscape in South Korea changed in response to the case. The case also had an impact on public awareness. People became more conscious of the dangers of the digital world. There was a push for digital literacy and education on online safety. Schools and organizations started programs to teach people how to protect themselves online. The after effects of the Nth Room case are still unfolding. The changes prompted by the case are ongoing, with society continuing to adapt. The case serves as a stark reminder of the need for vigilance and proactive measures to prevent such crimes. It has left a lasting mark on the fabric of society. Section 8. Legal implications. The legal implications of the Nth Room case were profound. It revealed gaps in the legal framework. Lawmakers responded with reforms. Harsher penalties were introduced. New laws aimed to deter offenders. Victims' identities were protected. Specialized units were created. The case set a legal precedent. Section 9. Social implications. The social implications of the Nth Room case were equally significant. The case sparked a broader conversation about gender violence and the exploitation of women. It highlighted the systemic issues that allow such crimes to happen. Society began to reflect on its attitudes towards women and victims of abuse. The case also led to increased activism. Women's rights groups and advocacy organizations became more vocal. They organized protests, awareness campaigns, and educational programs. The Nth Room case became a rallying point for those fighting against gender violence. The media played a crucial role in shaping public perception. News outlets covered the case extensively, keeping it in the public eye. The coverage helped to maintain pressure on authorities and ensure that the case was not forgotten. The social implications of the case were profound, leading to a cultural shift. The Nth Room case also raised awareness about the need for support systems. It highlighted the importance of mental health services, legal aid, and community support. The case showed that addressing such crimes requires a holistic approach. The social implications of the Nth Room case continue to influence society today. Section 10. Summary of the case's significance. The Nth Room case is significant for several reasons. It exposed the dark side of digital anonymity and the internet. The case revealed the extent of exploitation and abuse that can occur in the digital world. It was a wake-up call for society. The case also led to significant legal and social changes. New laws were introduced to protect victims and punish perpetrators. Society became more aware of the dangers of the digital world and the need for vigilance. The case prompted a broader conversation about gender violence and the exploitation of women. The impact on the victims was profound, but their resilience was inspiring. Their bravery in coming forward set the wheels of justice in motion. The case highlighted the importance of support systems for victims. The significance of the Nth Room case lies in its ability to bring about change. The Nth Room case is a reminder of the need for constant vigilance. It shows the importance of addressing systemic issues and supporting victims. The case's significance extends beyond its immediate impact, influencing society in lasting ways. Section 11. Lingering questions. Despite progress, the Nth Room case leaves lingering questions. How do we balance privacy and security in the digital world? The case showed potential for abuse but highlighted privacy's importance. How do we prevent similar crimes in the future? Legal and social changes are steps in the right direction. Ongoing efforts are needed to ensure digital safety. What responsibility do tech companies have in preventing misuse? The Nth Room case leaves us with important lessons and challenges.
Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. We love hearing from you. So drop your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Your feedback helps us make even better content. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. We've got plenty more content coming your way, and we can't wait to share it with you. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.